Today on XDA, I'm reviewing an application for you that helps you switch between applications without having to go back to your application drawer. Let's check it out. The app was originally featured on the XDA portal by Samantha. It's referencing a thread by XDA senior member Muhammad Adib. He's also the developer of Floating Stickies. The app is a drawer that you can put selectable apps, customizable from your app drawer, of course, as well as some system settings. It has the ability to be customized as far as where you want the bar to be on the right or left, top right, top left, and we'll get that when we get to the application itself. It has some similarities to the other application that you might have seen called Swaps. This is something that you might want to look into, and I'll show a little bit of a comparison when I'm going through the application on the phone. But overall, there are some main differences that make this app more appealing and much more, I would say, simpler to use. But we can get into that. If we open up the thread itself, again, the developer gives us a little bit of a screenshot of what the application looks like on the phone. You can see also a little bit more screenshots. There's a little walkthrough that we have here for the way to use it. The application has some features here, customizations, what are you able to do, what's the benefit of having a pro version. Overall, basically, also some of the information as far as the awards. He was recently awarded the Student R&D Award Best App in February in Seattle. So the app itself has definitely been recognized and is getting a lot of acceptance. If we open up the Google Play Store link, now, this is the light version of the application that was originally referenced in this article by Samantha, but the developer has been gracious and was able to give us a review copy of the Pro version. Let's go ahead and open up the application on the Google Play Store on your phone. This is the Sidebar Pro app. Again, this application was donated to us from the developer, so that's why we're able to do the Pro version. If you say open, and what you'll notice is it doesn't actually open an application. What it'll do is just give you an invisible hand coming in, opening up the bar. I've already customized some of the applications that I want on it. So let's go ahead go to the home screen. And if I click anywhere outside of the screen, the bar goes away. It's a floating bar. So basically anywhere I'm on the screen, I can float back and forth. It works very nicely. And you can just activate it by swiping from off the screen on screen. I have it triggered on the right side. By default, it comes in on the top left side, and the free version and the pro version. So you're able to change that. And to add more options, you just hit the plus on the bottom of the list, and it gives you a list of all your applications and some system settings that you have that by default are set to be Wi-Fi, toggle Bluetooth, GPS. It has sound, as well as some of the other main benefits you have. And the torch also does work, so you can turn on your LEDs to use it as a flashlight. The application itself will float over any other application. So again, as you are in the Google Play Store, I swipe over. I have it over here. I can go into, again, I can go to Chrome and launch it, swap the application. One of the recent application additions that the developer added based on request is the recent apps. And what that app does here is it just populates a bottom tab with the information of the recent apps. So you're able to switch back and forth. Of course, this doesn't take the space of just being able to do this, but in a sense, having to press and hold. This is a Samsung phone. Obviously, the multitask button is different on every phone, but integrating it in there makes it simple to a one-handed, one-thumb use, especially on a device, again, such as the Note 2 or even on the Galaxy S3. You can go back home. In the article, Samantha kind of mentions that there is some similarities between this application and another application called Swaps. Well, Swaps, by default, if you just open it for the first time, takes about half your screen. The customization options for it are not as similar to Sidebar, and you don't have the ability of adding system apps. So, again, the aesthetics of this being so small, you're able even to customize it to the level of, reducing the width of the bar itself. So I can go even smaller, and as I open it, it takes even less space on my screen. Of course, I can go the opposite way and make it take even more space on my screen, but that just makes no sense there. I guess you want to make it as aesthetically pleasing and as nice, and you can go with the opaquency as far as how opaque it is. And then again, sits on the bar, very small, minimalistic in use, and I think it's very functional in the sense of you're able to customize which apps you want and where you want them. I like the application. I like the fact that the application works very nicely on the Note 2. It helps me use the Note 2 a little bit more functionally because, again, it's a big phone, and especially with a lot of these new phones coming out on the market with the 5-inch phones and the 5.5-inch phones, and God help us with the new Huawei phones with the Ascent 2 and all of those phones. The ability to use a one-handed or one-thumb use application will be very useful. I like the fact that in the Pro version you can customize it to be on the right or left hand, so it'll work to your aesthetics as far as if you're right or left-handed. It has some similarities to swaps, but I personally think the availability of the application in a customization option, as far as being able to customize the thickness of the application drawer, the opaqueness, the position of it, obviously the sensitivity, in more of a simple menu, I find it very nice. It has also some system settings that swaps doesn't have, and I think you can definitely benefit from having something minimalistic, non-intrusive, and very functional. Definitely check it out. Let me know what you guys think. Again, thanks again to the developer for providing us a preview copy of the application in Pro form to be able to review it for you today. It was definitely appreciated. Hope you guys like this video. Like and subscribe, and I will see you guys next week.